This is the inside. I'm in the trunk of my Audi, fuel pump crapped out, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to do this. I don't think it's hard at all, but I don't know, we'll see. Disconnect your electrical connectors first, your hose. Let me get a little better position here. This hose second, before you take out the 17mm nut, and before you take out this 13mm bolt. Take these two out first, a lot better leverage. After you remove those, you can need to take this out, and I simply used a pair of long nose pliers. See that? Just simple, cheap long nose pliers. Took the rubber out right here out of the back, the insulator. If you position that there, fits perfect. See that? You don't have to get no special tool or waste time making anything, or yeah, it'll work, but this works perfect. And you just grab this there with vice grips, or let me tighten that up with vice grips or a crescent wrench or whatever you think you can get leverage, and you're going to turn clockwise, okay? Push down and just turn clockwise, and you'll notice right here, right there. Let me see if you can see that a little better. I don't know if you can. I'm trying to do the best I can because it is cramped quarters. You need to be part contortionist to get in here. Right, let me clean this up a little bit so you can see. Okay, on the white plate, there's an arrow on the white plate, and there's an arrow on the yellow plate on the base. The arrow on the white plate that you're going to remove was over here. So when you turn clockwise, you just align the arrows. It's probably maybe three quarters of a turn. I'm sorry, 3/4 of an inch. These two holes. Let me get my tool. Give me a second. Okay, these two holes here were at 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Okay. So you turn them to about, I'm sorry, it is 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And now you're going to turn it to about 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock. So we were straight across, like so, and now just a slight turn. That's all it takes. And then just use something lightly to grip the white side cap. You can use your hand and just kind of gently wiggle it around, and there we go, and it pops right out. Okay, so that comes out. You're going to remove the cap. I'm going to put a little towel here to get all my parts, because they're going to be full of gas, and I can't stand the way fucking gas smells inside a car. Okay, so you got the cap out, you got the spring that's out, okay, and then you got this. Okay, I'm going to have to maybe put my, there we go. Let me put my phone down shortly. There it is. Just grip. I just grip lightly right here on the tip with just some pliers. But this has to come out, and it's going to be full of gas. So get your towel out, and you can let it soak. I'll be right back. Let me reposition. Alright guys, we're back here. got this unit out, and you can see the two connectors there. Okay, right here. Okay, the connector's down below, down over here. So when you disconnect it, it's going to fall in, obviously. And when you comes time to reassemble it, you obviously have to connect it. So you're just going to have to fish for it, get it out. But it's time now to take this assembly out, and it's going to be full of gas. So my tank happens to be full. Okay, so we're going to let this drain a little bit, and you're going to need something to put this in. So what you can do, go over to your mom's house and get a jug of milk, orange juice or something, cut it apart, and this is what I did. Alright, I just put it in there like that. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, it's time to take out the big plastic nut, the clock. You can put a mark on the plastic wherever you like. Put a mark here and match it there. You know, give you an idea of how much travel you're going to have to go in reverse counterclockwise for it to come out, and it gives you an idea of how much you're going to have to turn counterclockwise, and also when you're reinstalling. And you see my two marks there. Got one mark right there, one mark right there. So that's going to be roughly the installation position. Okay? And you get your connectors out of the way. Get them away as far as possible. And look on mine. What happened? See this? The rubber? How brittle it was, or is. It already broke off. So get your gasket set. Don't be a cheap bastard and try and do this without taking shortcuts. You're going to pay for it. Pay it now, get it over with. You're in here. It's like you're going to the dentist. They find a tooth, you're getting your teeth clean and you find a cavity, hell, you're there. Get it done. Alright? And then get your banjo bolts. Save your two washers. You're going to need them. Okay, let me turn that nut. Alright guys, back over here. Turn the nut several times. It's on its way out. Just take it out any way you can. You're not going to hurt anything. Now, the fuel pump assembly is completely free. See that? Just popped out. What's this? Okay. It's completely free. Alright, I'm going to put my marks right now where this needs to be reinstalled, so you can get a good idea as to how to reposition it so you don't have any fuel feed problems. Okay? Hang tight. I'm going to use this mark here for reference. Reassembly. Right here. Okay? This is a fixed point on the pump, and I'm going to line it up straight with this hole. Alright? You can't fuck that up. I mean, how are you going to mess that up? Alright? Perfect shot. You want to see it like that. Alright? That's where it's going to line up. Alright, let's pull that sucker out. And another quick tip. You want to remove this nut here with my high-tech tool that I just invented while the unit is in its position with this bolted in, and especially the ring, plastic housing, the clock I call it, because you don't want to try and remove this outside, because you're not going to be able to get any support or grip to it. So take that out. Alright, I thought I had videotaped the extraction of the fuel pump, but I screwed up. So you just basically, once you take out the plastic O-ring, big giant clock, you just grab it and pull. I'll definitely show the installation, but make sure you cover your fuel tank there, because you're going to get a bunch of crap in there. I'll do that shortly. But this is what the son of a bitch looks like. Okay? And if I ever get a hold of that bastard who designed this, I'm going to beat his ass. This is the goofiest looking fuel pump. Alright, I'm going to proceed to disassemble it here, right where these attachment points are. It's not that... let me show you, hold on. This attachment point here and here, they just basically, you're just going to turn, and it's going to move just a small distance and allow you to, you can push on here to lift that clip out, and unit comes out. But let me get set up here, and I'll be back. This is part of your new gasket set here. So remove it. We're going to put a new one in its place. This one looks in very, very good shape, but you know, you're in here, do it right. Okay, I'm going to take that out, save that. Here's all my other gaskets. Alright, let me position this, get ready to separate these two units. Okay guys, let me show you what I did here. And I found this a lot easier way to separate here, these two pieces. This is what you want to take out. But instead of turning this to the right and this to the left, you have to do this very carefully. And it's only, I don't know if it works for everybody, but it's never failed me. If you put this screwdriver here and turn it so it can separate this from that, but you have to do it very carefully so as to not break this little hook that has to go over here, and you can ease these out here slightly, but I found that easier just removing it right here. If you go here with the bigger screwdriver and just turn it, just do it very carefully, because you break it, you're fucked. Then you're going to have to get a whole new canister. But now with the separation, it comes out very simple and gives you access to this pump that has been making your life miserable. Okay, you can disconnect your hose line, this line here, that one goes there, and you'll have to put new hose clamps, not the grip type, just the old screw type. But now you can open this up, access the fuel pump, and keep going. Next step of the project. Okay, let me reposition things. The secondary fuel pump assembly separated. Okay, just pulling it out, and you'll see these tabs right here on both sides. When you're trying to pull out, they're going to block you from pulling out. Just move them outwards and just pull out. And that's it. There it is. And look what's inside. Some of that I caused right now, but it's perfect time to clean everything out. And the bottom of my filter is relatively clean. I mean, I'm going to clean that up, but that's not too bad. I've seen a whole lot worse. Now that gives you access to the actual pump, And I've got my pump here. Look at this great packaging. A bubble within a bubble. And I've got my original video. And guys, get this part number. 450-052-002-001 Zebra. Use the original pump so you don't have any damn problems. Don't put none of that generic crap. And it's important that you have a secondary pickup on your pump, and you won't have any issues. This, let me put my phone down briefly so I can open this up. But see this secondary pickup? Super important. You got to have that, okay? You can adapt other fuel pumps, but you're going to have issues. And let me show you something else, a different pump. This is a pump to my Chevy truck. Okay? Give me a second, let me open this up. Fuck. I almost dropped my phone. Okay. 1 second. Alright. And see, this is a GM pump. But see that? There is no secondary pickup. Let me match these up, put them side by side, and yeah, they both, they're both 55 pounds roughly. But see the pickup tube on that one? Okay, see the difference? Alright, one is for fakers, one is for the real thing. Put OEM stuff in your car. Your car will thank you in the long run. Alright, give me a second. Okay, we got new hose clamp in here. We're going to attach this. You got to remember to do that hose clamp first before you put this in. Otherwise, you're screwed. But I'm going to close this off, set it back in its position, and then reattach this hose line to that fitting right there. Alright, be right back. In your new gasket set, you'll be replacing these gaskets. Okay, before you assemble this, put that I just did, put those back together. And I didn't get a chance to show you, but I got some just some carb cleaner, TBC cleaner, and sprayed the bottom of the inside of the screen mesh on the filter. It came out spotless. And you need to pour some or spray some all inside here, because you're going to get foreign objects, foreign matter going in there. You'd hate to plug up your filter with any of that. Just spray it in there and let it squeeze out. Just have to tilt it sideways a little bit, and it'll just pour out to the side. That way you start fresh and know everything's clean. Let me reassemble this, and I'll get back to you. You'll notice on your gasket set, it's okay if they come black, or the stock was black, but on some kits now they're orange. If you're using original equipment, Audi parts, don't hesitate, put that in. You also get your new washers for the banjo bolts. And this guy's super important. Goes right here. And put that in there. It's an expensive fucking gasket set. You literally get these. This is the old one, but that's what you get. That right there, plus this, and the big donut. I found mine for 150 bucks, which is complete ripoff, but what are you going to do? You can't find this thing anywhere else. So, okay, let me reassemble this. I'll show you another trick. When you're putting this pump assembly back in, you have to move it left and right a little bit, and it falls into a certain position because you have to have a certain height right here so this piece can mate to that piece. But if you put this in its correct place, you'll see that it does not turn left or right. It's in there super tight. I can't turn it. It's locked in a certain position. If it's too high, then you'll be able to turn it freely, but make sure you pop it all the way down and it only sits in one correct place, which then allows the closure of these two pieces. I have to keep switching the phone off, so I can't. You need obviously two hands to do this, but if when you align this piece to here, the little tab, just this tab that's on this piece, just align it right next to it. And if you get a screwdriver and squeeze it right here, put the screwdriver right inside here on both sides, okay, and just push down on it right on the rim, right here, just right on the rim. Just gradually, just push down little by little. The tab, this tab will be right, it'll be about right here, like that, and all you have to do is just twist and it'll lock underneath there. But if you just gradually, lightly, just on the rim, push down inside here, you'll hear it click into place. And of course, if there's completely sealed here, then you know you did a good job. Okay, everything's all sealed up. This is your power plug going to that there. See those connectors right there? Okay, if this guy here, okay, gonna have to go inside here all the way down, and this connector, it's got to be hooked up to there. So if you fish a line like this and bring the wires out from this side, see, now you have access to them. Once you able to grab them with your hand, you can just pull on one of these cables to let it free. Don't put a knot on it, because then you're going to be stuck with that wire in there. Okay, I'm just putting this in there temporary to show you, but see how easy it is right there with the connector right at your fingertips. Once you grab hold of it, and assuming this is already in the tank, just gradually pull out your cord. You have this here, connect that there, and you're all set. Simple little trick, free of charge. This guy's ready to go back in. I've got my connector secured with a cable, easy access for the tube. I'm going to move all this stuff and get it back in before it gets any goddamn colder. Alright, get back inside the trunk. When you're getting ready to put this back in, make sure that this is clean. You've got no dirt, oil, anything stuck in there, because that's obviously not a good place. You want this to be super clean whenever you stick it in the hole. That sounds familiar in high school, right? Keep it clean. Make sure nothing's dropped in there, your gas tank. Alright, let me get this in there. When you're going to reinstall the pump, make sure the O-ring, big fat O-ring, is sitting flat on the tank. And do that first. Do the do the O-ring first, and then gradually slip the pump through the O-ring. You'll find that it's a lot easier with the O-ring in place first. Alright, I've got my assembly back in its place. And you know, if you guys have done any work on other cars and put things together, whenever you hear a snap, a pop, it usually means something's right. It's sat right, and that's what you're looking for. And listen for that. See, there's my high-tech tool for my connector there. It's a good way so you don't have to fish down there with anything. And this is sitting nice and tight. Remember the beginning of my video, lining up this with this? Very simple. And I know other people have done this. They showed it on YouTube and stuff, but I have not opened this side. And I did 3 of these already, and only once did I have to open that side. So if you do it right, make your measurements right, and be patient, twisting, you can get it. You can pop it in its place. And let me put all this back together, close this off, and cross our fingers and go to church before you do this, and you'll have some good luck. Everything will snap right into place. Okay, this is the original O-ring. See it there? Took it out of here. Now the new one's a red one, which is okay. The O-ring's back in. Lock nut. Just slightly tap here with a hammer. And look at this. Great idea. I'm going to patent this so nobody can do it again without my permission. But it's just so simple to have access to the plug there. I'm going to put everything back in, slip it on, and tighten everything up, and see what happens. Be right back. See, the assembly's back in, and connector's in place. Look how easy that is. Now all you have to do is just, I'm doing this with one hand, just pull on one side slightly, gently, easy. And see that? Pops right into place. Saves you a lot of aggravation. Have to go fishing with it later on. And you're putting the bobber back in, line it up right here on the red ring, and right there's a groove right here. This is going to have a notch in it also that has to slip right in there. So it's only one position for it to go in. So once you get it in there right, you'll feel it. Here's another mark right here. So you can't screw it up and do it wrong. I mean, you could, I guess, if you're a dumbass, but it'll slip right in nice and easy. Alright, we got the lock nut back in place. Remember when we took it out, we were at 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. On. Off was about 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And you have this arrow on the lock nut that lines up with this arrow on the base. That tells you it's in a position that it's free to come out. So it's just a light turn, nothing drastic, nothing super hard. And here's my trusty tool. Okay, I just put that there. Cheap ass nose pliers. I just took the rubber out of the tip, okay, and grabbed it with vice grips. I know Audi will probably try and fuck you for a tool, but there's my answer to that German engineering. That is Mexican engineering at its finest. Alright, let me hook up my fuel line and power and a couple of hose clamps. Alright, got everything back in its place. New hose clamps. This cushion goes there. That goes there. And I just fired it up, and we've got now 50 psi. I rigged a Schrader valve to my car. I'm going to leave it there. I like to have that there for future troubleshooting. Nice feature to have on the car. Not every car has them, but nice feature to have. It fired right up. So I am going to shut things down, put everything away. Here's my high-tech tool, that, and this piece of wire. Made the job a whole lot easier. I'd like to thank the Academy, my mom, and everybody who backed me in this great project. But it's actually not that bad at all. Based on what people say in the internet, it's a big job. Nah, don't be afraid. Jump in. And you can do it. Alright, I'm going to post this on YouTube. Hopefully help somebody. If not, bring me your car. I'll do it for you. Peace.